The point here, how would we know that an act is an act of ibadah, act of worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or just worldly affairs of people? The way to know that is basically from the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay.
Any order in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the believers to do or human beings to do, that means this is an act of worship. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the believers, for example, وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَتَوَكَّلُوا إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ, on Allah, rely on Him, make tawakkul, rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are believers, that means one of the acts of worship is a tawakkul, to rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is not a physical action, it's a deed done by the heart.
Okay.
So this is a ibadah of the heart. And the same thing when it comes to وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا, say to people what is good. This is something to be done by the tongue. So this is an act of worship. أقيموا الصلاة, establish the salah. This is an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is an act of worship done physically with our physical parts and the heart and the tongue also, and so on.
Okay.
So whatever in the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to do something, then the slave of Allah is alert. This is something that, this is the purpose of our life. This is the worship. Worldly things or things that a person would do in his norm, it can be ibadah. If a person would do it according to the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would seek rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would reward him, because this is basically the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Allah made him the example to all mankind, and especially for